ready, we'll go ahead and jump in while the cacao is still warm. We'll set our intentions, we'll start to drink cacao, and then we'll start to talk about the journey that we're going to go on tonight, and then we'll dive in. We'll do a little meditation and do some breath work, and hopefully begin to manifest some of our heart's desires, and that's what we're here for tonight. So let me pour my cacao. Alright, so I'll invite everybody to just bring their cacao mugs into their hand. We're going to take a few moments to just bring ourselves present before we go on this journey this evening. It's a beautiful evening, the eve of the full moon. We're going to set our intention for the night. So we'll hold our cacao up in our hands and just start to become present. Noticing the cacao. If it's still warm, feeling the warmth of it coming through the mug. I invite you to bring it up to your nose a little bit and just begin to smell the aromas. Becoming fully present to the sensations. And just starting to let go of whatever it is that you carry with you coming in. Slowly taking in the smell of the cacao, breathing in through the nose. Gently, softly exhaling through the mouth with a gentle sigh of relaxation. Do a few more of those, breathing in the cacao. And gently, softly exhaling and releasing any tension that you may be carrying with you. And now as you continue to smell the cacao, I invite you to bring your intention to mind. Allowing the intention to infuse with the scent of the cacao, with the aroma. Focusing on the positive outcome of the intention. And maybe even simplifying the intention down to a single word, so that you can come back to that at any time through this journey. Sometimes people are looking for love, for more compassion, for abundance, for joy. If we can simplify our intention down to a single word or a single small phrase of positivity, it'll give us something to focus on. It'll give us something that we're looking to manifest. I invite you to bring your mugs down a little bit closer to your chest. Maybe even pressing the cacao mug against your heart. Feeling the warmth, connecting with the vibration of this sacred medicine. A medicine that's been used for thousands of years. A symbol of rebirth. As tonight we look to manifest something new into our lives on this eve of the full moon. We look to be reborn into the new version of ourselves that we need to become in order to manifest this reality. And just take a couple of deep breaths into the chest, expanding the chest out, opening the heart, and pressing the mug against your chest. Exhaling with a gentle sigh. With every sigh, with every exhalation, just noticing your body relax a little bit more. Do 2 more of those, breathing deeply into the chest. Expanding the chest, opening the heart. And softening on the exhale. One more deep, full breath into the chest. expanding the heart, holding for just a moment at the top, feeling the expansion, feeling the openness, and then exhaling with a sigh to soften, to receive. And now I invite you to bring your mug up close to your mouth. We're going to take a moment to be with the cacao, with your own cup, and whisper your intention into the mug. It's been shown that the water can receive positive vibrations and it actually changes the water. Cacao mixed with water is no different. So take a moment to be with your cacao and whisper your intention into your mug. Once you've done that, we'll take one more full breath in, breathing in through the nose, taking in the aroma of the cacao now that it's infused with your intention, and breathing it into the heart. Holding for a moment at the top, feeling your expanded state. And gently, softly blowing your exhale back into your mug. I invite you to raise your mugs up to the sky in honor of all those that came before us, ancestors and those who've kept this sacred medicine through generations. We honor the four sacred directions, the ancestors, and all those that came before us that allow us to be here in this present moment, in this chaotic world, to take a moment for ourselves with this sacred medicine. Now, once you've done that, bring your mug back down and take your first sip. And as you take your first sip with your intention in mind, be fully present to the sip, taking in the cacao, allowing it to wash around your mouth, wash around your tongue, to coat the inside of your mouth before swallowing. To be fully present and to absorb all the tastes and the textures of the medicine. Now we'll just continue slowly sipping our cacao, beginning to receive the medicine into our bodies and opening our hearts. So just want to take a moment while we're doing this to thank everybody for being here tonight. We are recording this, so some of us will be taking this at a later date, at a later time. However, those that are with us here this evening, I just want to honor you for showing up for yourself and taking the moment this evening to open up your heart and to begin to manifest what your heart desires. So I want to take a moment and just give everybody that's here just an opportunity to introduce themselves quickly, briefly, and share a little bit about your intention for tonight. So we'll take it one at a time. And if you're uncomfortable sharing, if you don't want to share, that's okay. However, I invite you to share as when we speak our intention aloud, especially in the space where we're combined with each other, it opens up the heart a little bit more. It gets the blood flowing and pumping. Excuse me. So if anybody would like to go first to share, just let me know, or just you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself with your name, where you're joining from, and a little bit about your intention for tonight.
I'll go first. My name is Sandra, and I am in South Florida. And my intention tonight with this cacao ceremony, the word is love, to invite love into my heart and to attract the love of my life.
Thank you, Sandra.
I'm Damon, Zen drummer, and getting over a cold, and my intention for the one word is energy. And I just desperately want energy. This cold has been just, my energy levels have been weird, very weird, and to the point of being a little scary. So just want energy.
Thank you, Damon. Kelly?
And I'm in Denver, by the way. I don't know if we were saying where we're from. Yeah.
My name's Kelly, and the word that came up for me was opportunity. But when I went deeper, I really want answers as to where I lay roots. So in the past 3 years, I've lived in 8 countries, and now in Mexico for the past 2 years, and we've gone around the whole country. And I just want to know where. I'm really inviting that energy to help me, to lead me to where I want to end up. So where I want to build community and lay roots. And I'm really calling that in today. So.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. All right, so just wanted to read a little something here just to open things up and talk a little bit about cacao. This is something that's in doing some of my research and preparing for this, something that really intrigued me. So I thought I would share this. It says, chocolate is more than a beverage or confection. Chocolate is more than the sum of its interesting phytochemicals. Chocolate is a part of history. Chocolate tells the story of people and events from antiquity to the present. Although there may be over 1 million plants globally, of these, less than 500 are domesticated. And of these, relatively few domesticated species, perhaps only cacao and wine, have so captivated the imagination of humans for centuries and are thought to possess medicinal and, among some cultures, magical qualities. To taste chocolate, therefore, is to share in a common connection through history, from the time of the Olmec over 4,000 years ago to the present, from the frothy cacao beverages prepared at the court of King Moctezuma to the era of the modern chocolate bar. So cacao has a really rich history, and this is something that really intrigued me about this and really set me off on my journey to connect with this. And I love sharing a little bit about that history in ceremony. I think it's an important part to understand where this medicine comes from, and some of its history. So I'll get into that a little bit more, but I just wanted to open that up and share a little bit about that, just to bring us present to something, to what we're doing here, what we're drinking, and the history of this that goes back 4,000 years and has been known as a sacred medicine to cultures in Mesoamerica, in Mexico, where I'm at, and it's been found up in North America as well. So just taking a moment to honor that. And let's speak a little bit about the journey that we're going to go on tonight. So cacao is a really gentle medicine. It's really powerful. And in my experience, for me, it's been just as powerful as many other medicines, mushrooms, ayahuasca, all of these. I've had very powerful experiences with cacao. And so just asking that everybody that's doing this, just trust the medicine. Cacao is powerful, but it's gentle. And it's a heart medicine, and as opposed to other medicines that take you on a visual journey. It's not so much of a visual and psychedelic journey, It's more of a heartwarming and heart-opening journey. And it's a medicine that can really be trusted. It's an approachable medicine for a lot of people that are looking for healing, that maybe some of these other medicines might be too powerful for, or are just not calling to them. Cacao helps us open the heart so that we can heal and we can, really connect with what our heart desires. So, and me as the guide on this journey, I've been doing cacao ceremony since 2018, and I've myself healed a lot and really transformed through this medicine, and I've witnessed it as well. And so I can personally vouch for the power of this medicine from my own experience, and I've helped others really facilitate transformation and healing with this medicine. So just really, as you continue to drink your cacao, or as you finish your cacao, just really falling into trust in this evening, in this ceremony, to trust the medicine, trust me as the guide, because I'm here to help you connect with your heart, because I really truly believe that all of us, our heart knows the way, and our heart can really help us heal. It can help us manifest, and it's really the path to all of what we are looking for in a fulfilling life. So my guidance to everybody is just follow the heart. So if anything comes up in the ceremony that maybe feels uncomfortable, within the breath work or anything like that, just listen to yourself, listen to your heart, and just follow that. I'm the guide to a certain extent, but really your heart is the ultimate guide that's going to take you on this journey and really lead the way for you. So throughout this journey, I just invite you to really tune into that, connect with it, notice the heart when it opens, and listen. You may find visuals, visions that come to you, sensations that come to you, feelings of gratitude, feelings of warmth, feelings of love, especially of self-love. And really listen to this. It's your heart opening, it's your heart speaking to you. So just throughout the journey tonight, just continuing to check in with the heart, with your own heart. So cacao has been a medicine for, as I mentioned, thousands of years in ancient cultures, shared in ceremony and celebration. And so I'll speak a little bit about this, and then we'll do a meditation that's going to open the heart and activate the cacao. So before we do that, just wanted to speak a little bit more about that, so we kind of know where we're coming from. We kind of know what we're on this journey for. So cacao is used in celebrations of life and death in Mesoamerica, and it's considered to have properties that facilitate rebirth. And the history of cacao is really a history of a rebirthing story. It was shared when somebody passed, and even buried with the deceased, considered as a guide for them in the realms of the underworld and death, so they could find their way back to life in new form. And the very symbol of cacao, the glyph of cacao, even represents a story as old as time that also has the story of rebirth within it. So cacao, spelled K-A-K-A-W, the original translation of it. It's the glyph is shown as two fish, as a fish doubled up. And it tells a story of that comes from the Popol, which is the Mayan creation myth. And it tells a story, a hero's journey of two hero twins who set out to avenge their father's death. And so they entered the underworld to challenge the lords of death. And the very tale itself holds a secret. It holds the recipe for cacao. And this is one way that they were able to hide, because cacao was suppressed when the Spaniards came over and took over this area. They didn't like the locals using cacao, and so they had to hide some of these things. So they hid the recipe for cacao in this story. It even tells of these twins. They go to the underworld and they die, and their bones are crushed up on a metate, which is what they use to process cacao, and into a powder, and it was thrown into a river the same way we put the cacao into water. And when it did, the twins were reborn into two fish. And there we have the glyph for cacao, the two fish. And it's a story of rebirth. Once they were reborn with special powers, and they're able to go back and finally defeat the lords of the underworld. So it really shows us that when we work with cacao, we can let go of old parts of us that no longer serve us, that get in our way, that hold us back, and we can be reborn into new versions of ourselves with new powers that allow us to really fulfill our destiny, to complete our hero's journey. So that's the story of them. And even the Mayans considered fish sacred, that they lived in another dimension, they said, because they were able to live in water. And they saw that as a whole nother dimension. And so cacao has really been their access into other dimensions. And so this is just showing us that when we work with cacao, we can all enter these other dimensions that are outside of the normal time and space. And that's what they saw. And the dimension of the heart is really what they saw. When we listen to our heart. Heart is neither within the time or space realm. And so they knew back then that this heart medicine was really powerful, and was really what helped them create this great civilization that allowed them to do things that we still to this day don't know how they did. They knew it was magic, and they used it to really create magic. And we can also do that here today, tonight, and continuing to use cacao in a practice, a daily practice, a weekly practice, or monthly practice, to really help us tune into that heart energy, and to open our hearts to create magic within our life. And so here you are, drinking the same prize drink that they saved for the kings and the elites and the warriors. And here you are sharing that medicine with us tonight, or if you're on the recording with us at a later date. But the medicine is really special for that. So with that being said, we want to jump into now activating the cacao. Hopefully you've had a little bit of the cacao to begin to work through the body, give it some time to make its way, the digestion to begin to process, the enzymes begin to be released in your stomach, and the heart beginning to open. So we're going to do a little meditation here to begin to open up the energy of the heart and activate the spirit of cacao within us. So for this meditation, we're going to sit up in a meditative posture. And let me get some noises going, some sound here. The sound of the jungle. We begin to slow down a little bit and focus on our breath as we prepare to go in this meditative journey. This is actually the jungle sound that I recorded here in Mexico, in the sacred lands of the Maya. And we begin to hear the campfire crackling, the sacred fires that cook the cacao, that roast the cacao. Just begin to become present, and invite you to close your eyes and bring your hands over your heart for just a moment. Tuning into your own heart and seeing if you can feel the heartbeat. We slow down the breath and just allowing it to extend out our exhale a little bit longer with each breath. We're focusing on our breath and focusing on that extended exhale. And now if you can open your eyes for just a moment, I'm going to show you the posture for this meditation. We're going to bring our hands together like this. Our index fingers connect and our thumbs connect. And we're going to bring it right in front of our chest here. Our fingers can curl up here. This is going to focus the energy coming in to our heart space here. We can bring our eyes back closed and we want to make sure the posture is lifted and the chest is open, the heart is raised. Focusing on the breath, slowing it down. Focusing on the energy space of the heart. Breathing into the heart. Slowly expanding with every inhale. And softening with every exhale. Continuing to focus on the breath and the energy space of the heart. With every breath in, feeling the chest expand and open. With every breath out, softening the heart. The heart is a receiving organism. And in order to receive, it needs to be relaxed. So as we bring our minds back to the intention that we set at the beginning of this journey, breathing that into our heart. Expanding it with every inhale. As you inhale, imagine that the breath is enriching you. As you exhale, imagine it is taking away all that is not useful to you. Pushing it out with every breath out. Visualize at the heart center of your chest, like a brilliant ball of light. And as you exhale out, it's radiating rays of white light in all directions. Carrying your inner blissfulness, your happiness to all beings. Your compassion, your love, allowing that to radiate out. And as you breathe in, imagine that all the suffering of all beings, negativity, afflictions, troubles, are coming towards you in the form of a dense black light. And as it comes into you, it's absorbed by your brilliant heart. And it disappears into the brilliant white light without a trace. Relieve all these beings of their pains and their sorrows. And as you exhale, rays of white light emanating from your heart in all directions, carrying your happiness, your blissfulness, your love to all beings. Focus on the breathing. The breath is deep, slow, and meditative. Bringing your awareness back to your intention, what you're looking to attract in your life. The love, the energy you need to be healthy and vibrant. And the roots of your future. Continue breathing long, slow, and deep. Expanding the chest with every inhale. Softening with every exhale. Connecting with the sound of the beating heart. As your heart synchronizes with the sound. Slow and powerful. With every breath in, feeding your intention into your heart. With every breath out, sending out healing, love, gratitude. For this is the energy that attracts, will help bring in the intention into your life, bring in the future that you're looking for. Chest is lifted, heart is raised. And up on the last few moments here. Opening the heart, activating the cacao. Now you're going to interlace your fingers behind the back of your neck. Chest is open, heart is raised. Now we're going to go with a little bit of a rapid fire breathing in and out through the mouth. Feeding the heart, expanding the heart, opening the heart, amplifying the cacao, breathing into the heart with every breath. Take a deep breath in through the mouth. Hold at the top. Open the chest wide. Push the elbows back. Hold. Feel the heart open. And hold the position. Hold the posture and exhale. Take another deep breath into the heart. Open a little bit more, a little bit wider in the chest, elbows a little bit more back. Hold the position and exhale gently. One more time, deep breath into the heart. Hold, squeeze the body, open the heart, expand the chest. Exhale. You can bring your hands down. Just rest them on your lap or on your knees and just take a few moments to relax. Just notice the heart. Now that we've activated the cacao, the blood is running through our veins, the cacao is pumping. See if you notice anything different. Just allow your breathing to just be natural and soft. When you're ready, you can slowly, gently blink your eyes open and come back to the present moments. So now we've opened up the heart a little bit. We've activated things, a little bit of visualization, a little bit of breath to open things up, to get the cacao moving through our veins. I just wanted to take a few moments to just talk about the energy that we're working with, because I really believe that doing this around the time of the full moon is powerful. I always like to do cacao ceremonies for myself, personal ceremonies around the time of the full moon as part of my wellness routine, as part of my well-being routine, just to take some time every month, at least once a month, to really go deep, to open up my heart and to see where I'm at and what can I do to make minor adjustments to my life and my relationships and everything like that to continue making forward progress. So And I just find it fascinating that we pay close attention to the energies that we're working with the moons, and um, it seems to just resonate with me. The closer attention I never thought I did before. I never paid attention to it. I thought, that stuff doesn't affect me. I wasn't paying attention to it. I didn't know about it. So how would I know if it was affecting me or not? And so the closer I started to pay attention to it, the more I realized how things were actually affecting me. And I talked a little bit before about the twins, and it just so happens I was writing that out, was thinking about the twin story I really wanted to share. And then what do you know? It's a Gemini full moon, and Gemini is represented by twins. And so I found that really interesting. And one of the twins is mortal and the other is immortal. And the twins represent both sides of our being. We're both human and soul, right? There's a part of us that will die, and there's a part of us that they say is non-dying. And this unity of our human selves and our spiritual selves is what the Gemini full moon calls us to bring into balance. And so that's what we're really working on here today, is opening up our hearts and seeing, okay, what is our soul asking for? And then the integration is to bring that into our life and see, okay, well, how can I bring this into my human life? The day-to-day life, the day-to-day grind. So under this full moon, we take time to honor and be patient with our human side. I know personally, I can get a little ahead of myself, get upset with myself, can be pretty hard on myself. And I think it's a very common story. And so we take some time to just take a step back from that with this. And, we all have feelings, we make mistakes, and we don't always know the way. Our heart knows the way, but our minds can try and figure things out. So this time we're taking to take a step back from that. And at the same time, we're working to honor our spirit side as well, our soul. We know that side knows there's no wrong turns, there's no regrets, there's no mistakes, everything happens for a reason. But it's just difficult to stay connected with that. That's why, like I said, doing something like this on a regular basis really helps me to stay connected with that. So I don't get too far away from the things I really want to create in my life, the things I really want to do, the people I want to help, the relationships I want to build, all of those things. I don't get too far away from that. Because both our human side and our spirit side, they don't always work in tandem. And it can be challenging to understand the both sides of the coin, the both perspectives. Our human selves need necessities like food and shelter, and our soul needs joy and happiness and stability and healing is what we really want underneath all of that. And our soul knows that everything is temporary, everything is changing. We're already healed, deep down underneath all the layers, we're already healed. We're already perfect. But it's just taking the time to get there, to peel back the layers of the humanness, of our mistakes, of all of that, and get underneath that and recognize, like, hey, nothing happens for a reason. I mean, everything happens for a reason, and everything's perfect. So that's what we're doing, and that's what this full moon is, an opportunity to reconnect with that story of both sides of ourselves. And then also in this time, we're working with the energy of Mars because it's connected to this full moon. And Mars is a planet of action, energy, of motivation. And right now it's in retrograde. So it seems like it's moving backward in the sky. And so we can feel challenged and question our motivations and our actions and take time to reconsider, what are we choosing to spend our time and energy on? And our energy is precious. It's a precious resource. Even David mentioned, energy is what he's looking for. And we don't put our energy in the right place, we can not have enough left over for ourselves and what we really want in our lives, and what we're looking for, whether it's love or to find where our roots are at, to find where we're going. We sometimes get distracted with the day-to-day life. And so we can be wasting precious time on things, patterns, relationships, behaviors, beliefs. And this full moon is a good time to state them out loud, release them, let them go. And that's what we want to take a little bit of time to do right now, is maybe get out your journal. If you have a journal, and take some time to get this out and start to think about, what stands in your way of getting what you want in life, of health, great health, vibrancy, of love, attracting the love of your life, or really finding the roots of where you're going to be, and setting down those roots so that you can really start to build your foundation on top of that. What stands in your way? Is there something that you spend too much time or energy on that you're willing to let go of here? You're willing to take a step back from? Take some time to write some of this out, and maybe how can you be more patient with yourself, your human side? Are you too hard on yourself, especially lately? Got this, holidays coming up for a lot of people, and things can get hectic, and sometimes we can get overwhelmed and we get really hard on ourselves. Is that happening? Can we take a step back from that? Are you ready to find the balance and harmony? And what does that look like for you? And how can you honor your spirit, your soul a little bit more? And make time for things that are deeply important to you. So take a little bit of time to write some of this out if you have that opportunity to journal about some of these things. And I'll kind of refresh some of this. I'll put a bit of background music on just to give us something to hold the space. And we'll just take some time to sit with some of these questions and just write what's coming to us that we may be looking at, that maybe stands in our way of our intention of manifesting this into our life. Again, just some questions to ponder. What stands in your way of getting what you want, what you're looking for? Is there something that you've been spending too much time giving your energy away to other people or other things that maybe not really feeding you or not fulfilling you? Are you willing to let go of some of that? How can you take a little bit of time for self-care, or find a way to be more patient with yourself? Have you been hard on yourself lately? Is that really serving you? You find a way to be more patient, more compassionate. We all want to be compassionate beings, but a lot of times, and I know this firsthand, we have a hard time showing compassion to ourselves. What does balance and harmony look like to you? What can you do to create a little bit more of that in your life? Really allowing some of these answers to come from the heart. Come back in with the heart. Allow the heart to speak through you. Allow the heart to be your guide. And who do you need to become in order to manifest this new reality? A lot of times there's something that we need to do, that we need to become a different person to attract what we're looking for, whether it's health and vibrancy, whether it's love and attraction and relationship, or whether it's a home base. Maybe there's something that we can do, or you can do to become that person and attract that. Because ultimately, that's what's important to you. But your intention is this ceremony, what your heart is calling for, what your desire is. Can we honor that tonight, and can we start to look at creating a plan of action, how you can show up? Because attraction works both ways. You can call it in to manifest. The manifestation is not just sit back and allow this to come to you. Yes, it will start moving in your direction, but it's going to meet you halfway. So what can you do to take the steps forward to meet it halfway? Take a few moments to begin to wrap that up. You can always come back to that, and you might want to take some time at the end of this, get back into that, look back at some of those questions, and maybe go a little bit deeper. But for the sake of our time here together tonight, I want to allow some space to now activate this, to begin to manifest this, connect with that new reality that you're looking for with breath work, going on a deep dive to connect with the deepest part of ourselves, to open up our hearts, connect with that future self, the future reality. So I'm going to invite you to get comfortable. This next part, if you'd like to lie down, I love to lie down for the breath work, because if you're an experienced meditator and you feel more comfortable sitting up in meditation, that's fine. But we're going to go deep. But I'll do a short little explanation before we get into it. So we're going to start off by doing what's called rhythmic breathing. So you'll hear within the music, there's cues: breathe in, breathe out. We're going to do 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale. Smooth rhythmic breathing. And what this is going to do, it's going to bring our body and mind and heart into a coherent state. It's called heart coherence. When our rhythms synchronize through the breath, we begin to go into deeper states, access what's underneath all the layers that we had talked about. Do that for a few moments, for a few minutes. At the end of that, we're going to take a big inhale. Then we're going to exhale all the air out. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold our breath with no air in our lungs for a few moments. And what this does is it takes us into what's called an intermittent hypoxic state. Our oxygen levels drop in our body, which is fine for a few moments. Creates a positive stress response in us. It opens up our heart, it expands our mind, and it activates dormant parts of our brain and can can reconnect neurons, and so much magic can happen within this state. We'll stay in that as long as possible. And when you're in there, if you feel like you need to take a breath of air, you can take a sip of air in and blow it right back out. And just continue holding the breathless state for as long as possible. At the end of a few moments, maybe we'll get to about a minute, I invite you to take a big breath in. Now, at this point, being in a low oxygen state, our blood vessels have expanded, they're dilated. And then when we take a big breath in, our body rushes with new oxygen, with new life. We keep our mind focused on our intention. We breathe new life into that at that end. We feel our body charge up with new life. We'll hold that for a few moments. We'll let it go. And then we'll do that again. So we'll do about 2 rounds of this. So again, in the breath hold, emptiness, if you need to take a breath of air in, listen to yourself, take that air in, push it back out, and see if you can navigate that a little bit. See if you can hold a little bit longer, push that a little bit longer. We're getting outside of our comfort zone a little bit to get into these new states, this new version of us, to create more strength, to create more caliber to withstand great pressures. Because to get what we want, to get the health, to get the love, to get the new roots, to get the foundations, we've got to be able to handle a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do here. So before we get into that, any questions? Did I explain everything? Anybody have any questions? Pretty simple. All right. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. And here we go. So go ahead and bring your eyes closed and just relax the body fully. Begin to focus on your breath. Begin to slow the breath down a little bit, extending out the exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your awareness to your heart. See if you can feel your heartbeat. You're going to be breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice smooth inhales, nice relaxing exhales. Your goal is to connect the inhale and the exhale, no pause in between. In just a moment, you'll hear the sounds of the breath and the cues to breathe. So just follow along, connect with the heart. Let me be your guide. Here we go. Inhale.
2, 3, 4.
Exhale.
2, 3, 4.
A smooth inhale through the nose.
4.
Just relaxing exhale through the mouth.
4.
In through the nose. Filling the lungs up. Out through the mouth.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2,
I want you to begin to visualize this future state, having already manifested your intention. What does this look like to you? Does it feel like? Imagine it as if it's right now, as if you're already there. Breathe it in. Release what no longer serves you, stands in your way, that old you. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Imagining it as if it's already happened, as if you're already there, you've already been successful, you've attracted your heart's desires. You're filled with love and compassion. You feel great having found your foundation and your roots. You feel vibrant and healthy.
2, 3, 4.
Connect with that. Feel it. Feel the good feeling of what it will feel like. Feel it right now. And expand it with every inhale. 2, 3, 4. Every breath in, you draw it closer to you. The future you, present you, connected to the breath.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Breathe it in a little deeper.
2, 3, 4.
How bad do you want it? Breathe it in. Feel it expand within you. Feel your heart open.
2,
Allow the visions to come. Allow the heart to guide you. The heart will show you the way.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Last few breaths in this round, a little bit deeper, taking a little bit more air,
2, 3,
expanding the heart.
2, 4.
Opening the chest. 2, 3, 4. bring that intention to mind, that one word, that short phrase. Take a full breath in. Fill the lungs up. Hold for just a moment. Squeeze the body. And exhale it all out. Hold for just a moment in emptiness, stillness. Relax the body fully. Connect with the heart. Still, fully relaxed. If you need to take a breath, take a sip of air in, blow it right back out. Hold at the bottom. Belong. Bring that intention back to mind. Bring that intention into your heart. Hold it in your heart. Now holding that intention in your heart, take a deep breath into the heart. Feed that with new life. Hold. Squeeze the body. Squeeze a little tighter. Exhale. Getting ready to go one more round here. Feed that. Let's go.
2, 3, 4.
Breathe in a little deeper. Expand the chest open. Breathing new life into your intention. Every breath in. Back to that future state. Feel that as if you are there right now. What does it feel like? Expand it with every inhale. Visualize it as much as possible. What does it look like? And if you can visualize it, you can create it. You can attract it to look back.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Connect with the sensations, the feelings of what it would feel like.
2, 3, 4.
Feel it right now. As much as possible, feed it with the inhale.
3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
need to become. What's the difference between you now and this future you? Notice the difference. Allow your heart to show you the way.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2,
Last few breaths here, go a little bit deeper. Breathe in a little bit more. Exhale a little bit more. Open the chest a little bit more. Relax the body a little bit more. Your hands to your heart if you don't already have them there. Connect with the heart. Feed the heart. Hold your intention in the heart. 2, 3, 4. Take a full breath in. Hold it in the heart. Expand the chest. Squeeze the body. And exhale it all out. Push all the air out. Just hold it empty. Connect with the deepest part of you. Connect with the heart. Allow the heart to be your guide, to show you the way. You need to take a sip of air in, go right back out, pause and go. Like the deep, connect with your deep stillness. Bring that intention back to mind, hold it in your heart, take a deep breath into the heart, into the nose. Holding it right in the heart, holding the breath, holding the intention, holding the heart. Just squeeze the body. And exhale it out. Hold at the bottom for just one more moment. Now take another full breath in. Hold at the top. Squeeze the body. And exhale it out. Connect with the heart. Allow the breath to just be natural. Let go of any control over the breath. See if you can feel your heartbeat. Find the heartbeat, connect with your own rhythm. This is your guide. Your heart can show you the way to anything that you want, whether that be health, love, foundation, roots, home, new life, or just an improved version of your current life. Your heart is the way. Take some time to honor that part of you for just a moment. Your deep desires. Connect with that, honor that. Make a promise to yourself that you'll check in with that a little bit more often. That you'll honor that a little bit more. And you'll listen to the heart a little bit more. And as we reconnect with the heart and the spirit of cacao, that's activated within our bodies, it's opening up our hearts. It's making it a little bit easier for us to tune in and listen. Take a moment to honor that, to honor the spirit of cacao before we close out. Allowing the music to set the space for that relationship of you and your heart. Maybe that relationship will go a little bit deeper.
Limpia, limpia spiritito, cura, cura cuerpecito.
Because if you and your heart are deeply connected,
Cura, cura cuerpecito.
nothing will get in your way of manifesting everything you desire.
Amorcito de la tierra, cacaocito curandero. Cacaocito curandero.
It all starts with our relationship with yourself. Self-love is the foundation of everything.
Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Cacaocito medicina. Cacaocito medicina. cuerpecito. Cura, cura, cuerpecito. Amorcito de la tierra, cacaocito curandero. Cacaocito curandero. Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos.
Open our hearts, cure us, heal us. Gracias, Cacao. Thank you, Cacao. Thank you for being with us tonight, for opening our hearts. Thank you for showing us the way, for guiding us, for holding our hand through this journey. Sacred medicine. Allowing us, guiding us to be reborn to the new versions of ourselves.
Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias.
I invite you to take
Gracias,
some time to say
gracias,
thank you to Cacao.
cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Abre
Feel the sense
nuestros
of gratitude,
corazones,
being able
cura,
to do what's actually
cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros
current life that you do have, as much as
corazones,
you want to manifest new things,
cúranos.
so much to be grateful
Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos.
And take a deep breath into the heart. Hold for just a moment. Hold a sense of gratitude for the medicine of cacao, for yourself, for your life. And exhale. Our hearts are open. We're guided by our own heart and by the spirit of cacao, showing us the way to love, showing us the way to health, showing us the way to our future. We are on our way. We are transformed. We are new versions of ourselves. From only an hour and a half ago, 90 minutes ago. Honor that. For only by honoring and acknowledging can it be real. You've taken a chance. You've opened yourself up. Every time we open our hearts, it's taking a chance. You gained a little bit of strength. You strengthened your body. You strengthened your heart. And you strengthened your mind tonight, so that you can move forward in a new direction and begin to manifest a new reality. So we take some time before we close out to just honor that, to honor the medicine of cacao, the sacred fire here by my side that kept us warm, that kept us lit throughout the journey, the sacred sound vibrations that guided us in our hearts, that led us to this ceremony here, that led us to opening up, that made us feel safe and comfortable to be here and to go on this journey. So we hold that sense of gratitude as we begin to move forward. And so we take this time to close out the ceremony tonight to honor the spirit of cacao that held the container for us. The cacao was the container that allowed us, that made us feel safe to open up our hearts and connect with that future, connect with our desires. So we take time to honor that. Gracias, cacao. I take time to honor everybody that showed up here live and everybody that's doing this recorded version. Honor you for taking the time for yourself, to connect with yourself, to connect with your heart, and to take those steps forward to manifesting what you actually desire. Not a lot of people are doing that. Not a lot of people take the time for themselves like this. So I honor you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up for yourself. So we'll close out here at that point. Everybody that's here live will stick around for a few more moments. But take the time for yourself. Honor yourself. Whatever your needs are, take time for that. So with that being said, we close out this ceremony. And I thank you again for showing up for yourself and for allowing me to be your guide and putting your trust in me. I know that doesn't come easy, so thank you. And I wish you the best. And I hope to see you again real soon on another exploration. Much love and positivity from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Aho.